Hi there, this is Natasha Wilkinson, your independent Scentsy consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. So there's a little bit of a different view today. I'm back in the bedroom. The lighting isn't that crush hot. There's a gate crusher behind me snoring his head off. It's a public holiday here in Mount Isa, so I've got kids floating around, so this is kind of my escape route to come to my bedroom while I talk about this big, yes, I have upgraded the size of my box this month, or this 2 weeks I should say, because this is only 2 weeks worth of Scentsy empties, and I spent 3 days away, so there were 3 days where I wasn't warming in this last 2 week period. So I think I did pretty good to what I got through in 2 weeks, when 3 of those days I wasn't even home to warm and to enjoy scents. And this is just Scentsy products in here, so my vendor wax does get done at another date. I do my vendor wax normally monthly, but I try to do twice a month my Scentsy empties and talk about what I've been using Scentsy wise. So this is for the beginning of June, what I have used. So let's talk about non-Scentsy products first, shall we? So I have used through a complete system of magnolia linen in our laundry. Pardon, I've got a bit of big skip stuck in the back of my throat. So this is the Empty Scent Soft. I would have previously shown, probably towards the end of the month, the rest of the magnolia linen laundry, so I may have had a couple of little bits left of the Scent Soft, but it has been fully used up. This is floral, it is clean, it is fresh. If you love clean laundry scents, you will love this. It just has the added magnolia note, which makes it a little bit floral. So after that was used up, we then went on to doing a system of Lavender Cotton. So I have used up the washer whiffs. I've still got a little bit of the rest of the products. So again, Lavender Cotton is another clean, fresh linen laundry scent with a floral note added to it. This floral note, being lavender, is probably a little bit more herbal than the magnolia. The magnolia comes across a little bit sweeter. This comes across a little bit more powdery and herbal with the lavender note in it, but again, another really nice laundry scent. So it wouldn't be a empties with me if you didn't see a counter clean. For kids, it's kind of my everything all cleaner. This one is Make a Splash, so it is fresh, aquatic and slightly fruity. So that is all the non-wax products besides pods and oils. So let's delve into pods, shall we? I have quite a few wall fan diffusers. I have a Scentsy Go. I have 2 air purifiers that I enjoy pod systems in. So let's talk about what I have used up and what I replaced them with. So in the laundry, I have a wall fan diffuser, and it did have Polar Bear Hug in it, which is blackberry jam, amber, and brown sugar. It sounds like it's going to be a bakery scent, doesn't it? But it doesn't come across as bakery. It comes across as sweet, fresh, perfumey, almost like a potpourri. It reminds me of going in to botanical gardens as a child and playing with those buckets of potpourri. That's what it reminds me of. Walking into a fresh, clean bathroom, smelling that fresh, clean potpourri. You've got that slight little bit of perfume in the air after a lady's maybe sprayed herself with her perfume. That's what this scent reminds me of. So that was going in the laundry, and it has been changed out now to the Mandalorian Air of Adventure. So this is fresh, minty scent. When I think laundry and I think bathroom, I'm all about fresh scents in those areas. I love fresh, clean scents in the laundry and bathroom. So I am now warming Mandalorian Air of Adventure. It's got a little bit of a slight eucalyptusy note to it, but to me it comes across a little bit more soft buttermint with just that little slight note of eucalyptus. And it is actually a fragrance I really do enjoy in both the pods and the wax. So I had going in the purifier here behind me, which isn't on at the moment, and it should be. I just haven't got around to turning it on, and I've forgotten to turn it on today. I had going cranberry, pumpkin and spice. So this was from our harvest collection, and this is pumpkins and spice. The cranberry kind of, I think, adds a little bit of a sweetness to it, but I get mostly pumpkin and spice when I smell this. One of my favorite scents, absolutely fantastic. Kicking myself that I did take the wax out of the Scentsy Club. So I have now replaced that. Currently in our air purifier behind us, we now have pink sugarberry mint, which is a cotton candy fairy floss type scent that is currently in the air purifier behind us. So in the air purifier that I have in the lounge room and the wall fan diffuser in the lounge room above my garbage bin, I did have 2 whole packs, so 4 of them, of apple picking. So this was from 2020's harvest collection, and this is like autumn woods meets the crunching falling apples of autumn. So the leaves have started to turn golden, and you're walking in the woods on a cold, brisk morning or cold, brisk afternoon. You can feel the crunch and the smell of the leaves as you step on them as they're falling off the tree. And you might have an apple in your hand, or it might have fallen on the ground, and you've got that crunch of that apple and just that slight little sweet note of the apple. That is what this scent is all about, and I absolutely love that scent. But they have been replaced. So in the air purifier now I have going baked apple pie. I get more spice than I do anything else. I get more of that cinnamon spice from a baked apple pie. A little bit of apple, not much crust note. I feel this could do with more apple and more crust. Still really nice. That's what's going in the air purifier in the lounge room at the moment. And in the wall fan diffuser above the bin, it has been replaced with vanilla bean buttercream. So you've got that rich vanilla frosting coming from vanilla bean buttercream. So I do believe one more pot pod pack. So in the kitchen currently I have going in a Warfan diffuser Blueberry Burst. So this to me, so this was from the Easter collection. This to me smells like blueberry cheesecake minus the cheesecake note, more of stewed blueberries stewing on a pot. So they were the pods that we're going through and that we have gone through in the last 2 weeks. So let's delve into the wax, shall we? So in the kitchen I had a bar of Marshmallow Mint Cocoa. This was from the Home from the Holidays collection, I think in 2020, if memory serves me correct. So this is a very rich, decadent hot chocolate scent mixed with that sharp mint. This is one of those scents I really do enjoy on a cold winter's day, and because it is very rich, I do have to be in the mood to warm this. And it was really cold that morning that I had this warming. Pardon me for a second. The elder kids weren't paying attention to the 2-year-old and he wasn't happy. So this was really cold when I popped this in the kitchen, and I really did enjoy it that morning that I had it going in the kitchen. Marshmallow Mint Cocoa. So red candy apples. So I believe I have this warming in my daughter's bedroom. So this is a current Bring Back My Bar, and it's very sweet lolly-like to me. It reminds me a little bit of those red lollies or those red frogs. When it's warming, you do get a little bit more of that juicy apple. So it was quite enjoyable in my daughter's room. I do like to warm those sweeter scents in her room. Wasn't particularly long lasting though, so it's kind of one of those scents one day and done in our household here. The next one, Blueberry Burst. So this was going in the kitchen area, and I'm not the biggest fan of this particular scent, to be honest with you. This was from our current Easter collection. As I said, it reminds me of a blueberry cheesecake minus the cheesecake note. When it first started warming, I got stewed cooking blueberries. As it went through those mid and base notes, I kind of got like a burnt bitter smell, almost like a burnt buttered popcorn note. So this was not one of my favorite scents, and I also find it again one of those scents. The first couple of hours I enjoyed that stewed blueberry, then it took on that burnt buttered popcorn note, and then it just died out and fizzed out by the end of that first day. Custard Apple, I had this going in my daughter's room. On cold, it's quite tart and bitter. A lot more sweeter on warming. I did enjoy it on warming. Again, on the lighter side, but it was perfect for my daughter's room. I do tend to find in her room those lighter scents perform better in her room, and I can get quite a decent throw out of light scents in her room. So that was also a current Bring Back My Bar this month, Custard Apple. So fruity, appley, sweet scent basically. So lemon, drop it low, and I actually did a mixture I think with this. When I come across it I'll tell you what it is. So lemon, drop it low. This is another current Bring Back My Bar, and to me it smells like the lemon curd or the lemon butter that you have in a lemon tart or a lemon meringue pie, and that's why I actually did a mixture with sugar cookie. So I did in alternating warmers, sugar cookie and lemon drop it low. Sugar cookie has also been voted back as a current Bring Back My Bar here in Region 3. So these are current Bring Back My Bars that are available. And sugar cookie is just a rich, buttery sugar cookie. And this combination was really enjoyable. So that I had going through the kitchen area. So I finished off a bar of Chase Rainbow's Blue in the laundry and the bathroom. This is just a fresh scent. Slightly watery, slightly aquatic, but I get more like a fresh air more than I do that watery aquatic note. I do kind of smell a little bit of a mineral watery note mixed with a fresh air in blue. If you like fresh scents, fresh clean scents, you would like blue. We're just going to ignore the children screaming in the background across the other end of the house because I just have noisy kids. One of my favorite winter scents, and you can see they're my favorite because I have 2 empty clamshells here. So this was going in the open concept area, and that is Halloween Town. This is in my Scentsy club, and I will not warm this in summer. Too rich for me in summer and too heavy for me in summer. And I stock up from my Scentsy club through those summer months and usually end up with 8 to 10 bars by the time I'm ready to start warming this. And by the time winter's over, I have no bars left and have to then build up my stock for Scentsy club again. That's how much I really enjoy Halloween Town. It's a rich, deep cranberry mixed with a cedar, a little bit of spice. But what it reminds me of is a really good bottle of red wine before screw tops were around, when you had the cork lids and you just popped that beautiful red wine, so you get that little bit of sweet, earthy, woodsy note, and then you smell that rich, deep, decadent, warm berries from that wine. It is comforting, it is warm, it is everything winter for me. Absolutely, I love this scent. So, another day in the open concept area. Now, I'm not a citrus fan, but when I do enjoy citrus, it tends to be in summer, not normally in winter. So, for me, citrus scents are more summery, but there is one exception to the rule, and that is Waselle Wonderland. This is a beautiful Christmas scent, but it's also a beautiful winter scent because it's spiced orange as meet woods. So you get that rich, deep orange note. You get the spices which turn that citrus into a winter scent, and then you get that woods which kind of tones down the citrus and doesn't make it too heavy citrus for me. Absolutely love this scent. I did have a good stockpile of it. I think I've got one left, so I will kind of probably be saving that last one for till Christmas. But I had 2 of these bars going through the open concept area, and it filled up the whole house. Waselle Wonderland is one of those scents that is a good, strong, decent performer. So, Berry and Blue. So this was going in my daughter's room. It is very light in the clamshell. You can hardly smell this in the clamshell. And that's why I chose to warm it in my daughter's room, because as I said before, hers is the room where I can get light scents to throw somewhat decently. And it performed really well in her room once it got going. It did have to get going to perform in her room, but it did perform. So it's kind of a cotton candy fairy floss scent meets Berry Bright. So you get that blueberry from Berry Bright, and then you get like a sweet cotton candy mixed with this scent. Very fun, very perky for a little girl's room. The next one, hashtag goals. So this came out of the recent clearance haul and clearance sale, and this was from a collection, a hashtag collection. It was before my time. I haven't smelled any of the other bars, but I did pick this up because I did want to smell it, because it was a collection that was before my time. This we have here in Australia. Our scent of the month is pomelo and sea salt, which is like a grapefruit, and it's got that same pomelo note that I can smell in here, which is very tart and bitter but bright at the same time. So it's heavy citrus with salty sea air notes to my nose. Worked really well in the laundry and bathroom where I was doing it. These are the type of scents I do like to warm in that area. I'm not a salty sea air fan, probably a little bit too bitter for my liking. I definitely wouldn't pick up another one of this, but it did clear out those areas really well where I was warming it. So, love story. I'm currently warming this in the bedroom here. This is in my Scentsy club. I get 2 every 3 months. It's always going to stay in my Scentsy club because I love it that much. It is amber, jasmine and chocolate. So you have that warm, deep perfume, soft, romantic amber mixed with just a little bit of sweetness from jasmine and a little bit of a rich note from the chocolate. You don't smell the chocolate. That just kind of adds a depth and richness to this scent, and it is absolutely lovely, romantic, sensual, warm and cozy. Central Park Praline. So I have this going in the open concept area. This is also a current Bring Back My Bar. And this, to me, if you enjoyed Toasted Acorn and Oak, this kind of has the same notes, but it's not as syrupy sweet. It's a little bit more nutty, slightly toffee-like, warm and earthy. But I did enjoy it. I did put this in my Scentsy club, but I then have since then gone back and purchased one of the Bring Back My Bar specials. I think they're going for $85 here in Australia for a 12 pack. Normally when you get a 12 pack you pay $100, so that's a really good deal here in Australia for the Bring Back My Bar bundle. So I did go and purchase one of the 12 packs, and I did throw 1 or 2 of these in. So this is kind of one of those scents I'll enjoy while it's warming, but I don't feel a need to have it in my Scentsy club. So when I do my edit next month, you're probably going to see this come back out of it. But I still do enjoy it. Berry and Currant. So this was from last year's Scents of the Season collection. I know a lot of people love this one, and you're probably going to think me crazy, but I don't like it. The currant in here is way too bitter for me. Did not like it. I struggled to get through my bar of this. I ended up putting we've just done a big clean out of our garage, and I ended up putting a warmer on the fridge in our garage where we have our spare fridge and keep our meat freezer. So that's kind of where scents that I'm not the biggest fan of have been going, and that's where this ended up warming and living its days out. Vanilla Bourbon. So this was from the Father's Day collection last year. I had this going in the bedroom here. So this is a masculine spicy scent to me. By no means cologne-y. Spicy, I mean cinnamon, and so it's very warm, it's very deep, but it comes across masculine-y. I really did enjoy this one, and it's great for this time of year when it is really, really cold. So, what else have I got? Mariposa lilies. So this was another one I picked up in the clearance section. I had warming in this area. So this, the scent notes had like fruits in it and florals in it. I got a very powdery, perfumey floral, quite a light performer, but you can see how juicy the bar was when it got delivered to me from the clearance section, which is why I warmed it. So it is an older bar, so I wonder whether it's a light performer because it's an older bar, or if it's just a light performer in general. A really pretty scent though. Even though it's a light performer, I still really did enjoy it, and this would probably be a repurchase for me if I didn't think that the bars coming to me would be this gunky and goopy, because when they get this gunky and goopy, I just want to use them up. I can't really store them much longer after they get to that stage. But if I were to get a fresh bar that would last a little bit longer, probably be definitely a repurchase for me. I may even go back and get another one just to test and tread the waters there. So we're getting down towards the end. We're getting up to all of the ciders. I was in a very cider mood this last week, and I started off my cider mood with warming mulled cider and spice, which was from our Christmas collection. So this is very different to most cider scents because it's orange as opposed to apple. So it's oranges and ciders, which makes it a bit of a deeper, richer, more spicy cider note. Quite enjoyable, but I do have one bar left, I think. I did only use one bar because it is so heavy in that orange note, and I'm not always the biggest citrus fan, but I did enjoy that going through my open concept area. Then after that, I went on to Jack's Obsession. This is another one where 9 months of the year you will see me warming it constantly. I will stock up, and then by the end of winter I have none left, even though it's in my Scentsy club, because I'm warming it that much. This is a green apple as opposed to a red apple, and cider spice. So you get that rich bite crisp from the green apple, and then you get a slight sprinkling of cinnamon and spices. So it's warm, but it's bright and fruity at the same time, and I absolutely love this scent. And then, as I said, I was feeling all the ciders. I moved on to, which is currently warming in the lounge room area, Cider Mill. So this is another Bring Back My Bar this month. This is going in my Scentsy club in multiples. So this is pumpkin, apple and spices, and it's just warm, it's sweet, it's inviting, and I'm in love. I mean, I knew I'd be in love because I fell in love with the cleaning product in this, but this isn't never coming out of my Scentsy club. As you can see, had to have 2 bars because I love it that much. When I love scents that much, 2 bars go throughout my open concept so I can really smell them and really enjoy them. Pomelo and sea salt. So this was this month's scent of the month, and as I said, it's that this was in the laundry and the kitchen area. Not laundry and kitchen, sorry, laundry and bathroom. So this is that grapefruit, which is the pomelo, and then you've got the sea salt. So you've got that bitter sea salt mixed with that tart cranberry, On cold it smells a little bit fruitier, a little bit sweeter. I like it on cold better than I do on warming. And I think because more of that sea salt comes out to my nose on warming, and I'm not the biggest sea salt fan, but it's very cleansing and it's very bright for bathrooms and laundries, for those type of scents that I like to warm. So the rest of my bars I will warm probably in the bathroom and laundry area when I'm wanting to freshen up and brighten up those areas. Just not a favorite of mine. So they are the bars I got through. Now let's talk about what I have been diffusing. So I have been diffusing berry, coconut and vanilla. This isn't one of my favorite oils, but I do diffuse it when I'm diffusing or warming scents that I feel will complement this. This, to me, the berry in it comes across a little bit cough syrupy and marzipan-y, which is probably why it's not one of my favorites. So it's like a sugary sweet Ross cough syrup scent to my nose. Jasmine and birchwood. This is one of my favorite scents to diffuse during winter because you've got that warm, earthy, woodsy note and that sweetness of the jasmine, and it goes so well with Halloween Town. That combination is just absolutely beautiful. And then I was diffusing coconut sugar, which to me here in Australia, if we were to take last year's harvest collection out of the mix, we don't get many bakery oils for diffusing here. So this to me is probably the closest bakery oil we've had in oil collections here in Australia, because you get that syrupy, sugary note from the sugar and the coconut, which kind of makes it a little bit floral, a little bit bakery. This one's no longer available, unfortunately, but there is a new coconut scent out, and I can't remember the name offhand, which is very similar to coconut and sugar, but to me it's a little bit more tropical, a little bit more floral and less sugary, syrupy than coconut sugar. So if you're looking for something similar to coconut sugar, I'd suggest picking that other coconut scent up, and I will just quickly pull up my website to tell you the exact name of that other coconut scent. So that other coconut scent that I am thinking of is wild coconut and sugar cane. So wild coconut and sugar cane is a little bit more floral and has more of that coconut and natural sugar, as opposed to the syrupy bakery sugar that's in coconut sugar, to my nose anyway. So that, oh no it's not, sorry, I lied. My empties is not empty. I forgot. I have a few old scent pots I went through, or testers I went through, that are broken and smashed. So I popped sea salt and avocado in my boys' room. I have never warmed through sea salt and avocado. On cold I smell it. It smells very bitter and green to my nose, and one that I think I would not like. When it was warming, I fell in love, and I mean fell in love. The room I put it in is shared by a 14-year-old and an 11-year-old, and they're boys. So you can imagine what teenagers and preteen boy rooms can smell like when they're shutting their windows off, playing their games, letting no light in, letting no fresh air in. You can imagine what their room can smell like at times. This just this little tester filled up that room, cleared the air. And it wasn't over citrusy, it wasn't over green like I thought it would be based on the scent notes or based on what I could smell in the tester. The creaminess of that avocado kind of toned that down, adding a depth and adding a sweetness to it, but at the same time making it just smell clean and fresh and bright. It was beautiful. And it has convinced me that I need a bar of this just when I want to clean the house, reset the house, refresh the house, or even if I just want to reset that stinky boys room out the back there. And I also went through 2 little scent cups of French lavender. I love lavender scents. So I did enjoy this. I think I had this in the bathroom area. I did enjoy this. It's a very herbal lavender as opposed to some of the other lavenders. I do prefer the sweeter lavenders over the herbal lavenders, but I did enjoy them. So now I can officially say the empties basket is empty. So that is what I got through the last 2 weeks. What have you been enjoying and warming? I hope you enjoyed my 2-week warming. And I will be back on again in another 2 weeks when I have probably filled this up again. Until then, stay safe and bye for now.